Hello class, this is Cleo Washington, your DFTG 1309 instructor. And today we are going to be working on assignment number 3. Again, I'll probably, continue doing the assignments like this for, up to week 6 maybe. And then I'll, turn you guys loose and have you start doing some drawing on your own without doing the video. But with this being a beginner's course, and me knowing that the only way you can really learn AutoCAD is by experience and getting repetitions. So that's why I wanted to roll it out like this at this time. So today we're going to work on assignment number 3, key holder as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And before I get started, I want to make sure that you guys are clicking through the modules. When you open up the modules and you click on an assignment or you click on a lesson within the module, you want to make sure that you click through. When it opens up, it's going to be in a screen. And once you go to that screen, you read what's on the first screen. And let's see, I may have it open here. I think I covered this last week. No, I don't have it open. But I did cover it last week. So make sure you're clicking through the modules. I think each one has up to 40 slides. And that'll also help you learn AutoCAD in the beginning stages as well, by reading the material and then going back and practicing the material that you have learned. Okay, so let's jump right into it. We're going to do this guy. We're going to do this guy in decimal. Okay, I think the last one we did in feet and inches. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we'll start with the front view. And if you're looking at the assignment, it is the view that's in the bottom left-hand corner, the front view. So let's go ahead and start with that. So we'll draw a line and we'll type in 4.12 with the space bar to activate the command. And then we see that the part is raised up 0.79 at a certain portion. So let's go ahead and offset this line. Hit O for offset, type in 0.79, hit the space bar twice, and offset it up, okay? And then you want to take this line and offset it 1.50. So you go O for offset, hit the space bar, 1.50, space bar, okay? And then let's go ahead and draw this line vertically here. Now we see a certain portion of the model is 0.94 in width, so let's go ahead and make that 0.94 offset. And basically what we're doing is we're drawing out the construction lines that's actually going to form up the model. So we're going to draw out the construction lines, and then we're going to go in and define the lines, okay? So let's get this thing drawn out first. So offset 0.94. There and there, okay? And then we need to close this end up as well by drawing a line here. Okay, so now let's clean this up a little bit. And this is a portion of what I call defining the lines. We need to define the part that we're drawing. So let's clean these lines up here, here, and here. So you hit TR for trim, space bar, click it. Trim this line and trim that line. So you should have this rectangular shape deal, kind of like what you see here. Now, as you can see, this model has some lines in it that does not give us the exact dimensions. So for that, I would say just use the scale based on how it's drawn in the assignment and draw those lines in. So you would go here, and I would draw a line here, and then something like that, and then come down. And this is a part of where I think it's good. I know we're not giving you dimensions, but it's good for me knowing that students are not passing around work. I'm not saying that you guys would do that, but it just helps me delineate student by student, and there's variances in their work. So it's not a complete replica. I know you guys are working remotely. I know most of you probably don't know each other, but I just like it when it's like that for some parts of the model, because it also causes you to use your architect's eye in terms of scale to see if you can get it to actually look like it's shown on the assignment. So let's trim this line here, TR. at the midway point of this line. Draw that line down, TR, trim it. And then let's offset this line. Offset 1. Now let's do 0.6. So when you're doing half in AutoCAD, it's always 0.6 because right now we're drawing in decimal, but you know it's always based on feet and inches. Okay, so if 12 inches is in a foot, then 1.5 feet is 1 foot 6 inches. All right. So offset this guy. Let's go 0.6. Offset at 0.6. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. So now that's the first part of defining lines. Now we need to add some line weights to these lines. So what I would do is I would go up to the Home tab here, and I would click on the layer menu, the layer drop down menu, and let's do a elevation dark. Okay. And now the way I like to define lines is to actually use polylines because you can add thicknesses to polylines to where it actually shows up on your drawing. Yeah, you can go and click this line and you can come over here and add a thickness to it. Okay, let's say if I change it to this guy. Well, you see it didn't get any thicker, but if you were to actually set this drawing up on a sheet and print that drawing to scale, your line weights would show up there. But as for me, I like to see what my line weights are going to look like before I actually get to the sheet. So I like to use polylines a lot when it comes to just defining line weights. Okay, so type in PL for polyline. Well, first exit out of that. Let's go here. Click on the properties menu and let's change the color of this line to by layer. Okay, because we want our polyline to stand out. So type out PL, hit the space bar, and let's define the envelope of our small part here. And then you would click that line, right click and go to properties. And it was already open on my screen, but I wanted you guys to see how you can get this palette open if you don't have it open. Now, when you open up the properties menu, you scroll down under geometry and see where it says global width. Go there and type in 1. Let's see what that looks like. That's way too big, right? So let's go ahead and type in 0.1. See what that looks like. That's more like it. Still a little too big. Let's see if we can make it a little bit smaller. 0.201. Okay, apparently that's the smallest we can make it. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. There's another way, but that's a little bit more advanced. So this is essentially it for your part. Actually, let's go ahead and define these lines right here. So type out PL for polyline. Go here and here, and just leave that one yellow. Okay. So there is the first part for assignment number 3.